Welcome to the Panic Button Podcast. I'm Nana.
I'm Jesse.
And today we're reacting to LGBTQIA plus two-spirit animal TikToks.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's true.
Hi everyone, my name is Bunny. I use fun pronouns. So continuing on the video talking about the gender fey identities, there's one called gender florette. So gender florette and gender fey are pretty similar, where gender fey is gender fluid between agender identities and female. Gender florette is gender fluid amongst different agender neutroid identities with some feelings of femininity that can come in every now and then, but never fully identifying as female. That's what I've got for gender florette. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Did you catch that?
Hi, everybody. I'm a Spun Faye fan. Today, we're going on for gender florette.
I
He's
think-
very nasally.
I think the bun bunny thing is like the weirdest thing ever. I get that you want to have like pet names of people you like, but this is just forcing people to call you by pet names constantly. It's weird, right?
Faye and fawn.
It's like asking someone to constantly call you baby,
It's like I was doing this all the time.
right? So they said this chaotic pirate-looking thing
Yes.
said that the Fae one
Yeah.
is gender fluid, but you can have a vagina. But the Florette one, you never have a vagina. Am I mistaken?
So you're a man, but sometimes a
Feel like
female
a
urge
woman.
comes in like, whoa! I'm a man. I'm a female. I'm a man.
Right,
I'm
right.
a man. Female.
No,
I'm a
no.
man.
You're mostly agender.
Oh,
You're mostly
I'm agender. Gender in it.
female urge.
Agender. And female. Agender
Yeah.
again. Okay, I get it. That's crazy. Next.
Men suck. If you're a man and you're watching this, there's like
You're a man.
75 to 80% chance that you suck. Time and time again, I get asked out at my work, online, whatever it might be, over and over again. You flirt with...
Okay.
You fall in love with my personality, you fall in love with my body, whatever it might be, and then I end up in the end telling you I'm...
This is what psychosis is, isn't it? Like severe psychosis. He sees people flirting with him that aren't there.
On God.
And then I end up in the end telling you I'm a post-operative transgender woman, and like that, you disappear because of your shallow, fragile masculine...
He said shallow. He said shallow.
So,
You mean your shallow vagina?
so you're upset that they get mad once they hear you're a post-op transgender person. But like, why would you want to be with someone who didn't like that if they got mad? It's like me
A
telling.
psychopath?
It's like me telling a woman, "Hi, I'm a lesbian and I think you're gorgeous. I'd like to take you on a date." And then
And
being
as
like,
the straight-
"I'm sorry, I'm straight,
straight.
but thank you." And then
Well, fuck you.
and then me being like, "How dare you, fucking bitch? Is it because of my genitals?"
Oh my God, you would be like those
Yes.
dudes who catcall chicks on the street and then when they ignore them, they go, bitch.
Right. That's what
That's
this is.
them.
Yeah.
These are the guys who catcall the chicks
Yeah.
that say bitch when they ignore them.
Yeah. It's different being a woman because you're like, "Oh,
Well, he
sweetie."
thinks he is.
But real women are like, "Oh, sweetie, thank you," but no. You know, like, that's what a real woman does when a chick
When a chick.
hits on
Hits
her.
on her, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're hitting on someone who's a female,
Yeah.
Or you're hitting
Who
on a
he
male.
thinks he is.
if someone believes
Yeah.
that you're one thing, and then you say, "Hey, by the way, I'm something else,"
Yeah.
they have every right to say, "Hey, I don't want that."
Right. And if you say, well, you're an asshole, then they were right to not want that. And you are the asshole. This is why the LGBTQ acceptance rate is going down. For men like
I want
this.
to force people into relationships with them.
Which is, they're just like
It's never gonna work.
mentally ill guys who can't take no for an answer.
Never gonna work.
masculinity, and you try and play it off like, no, that's just not for me. Fuck you. It is 1,000%,
They're not fucking you. That's why you're mad.
even if you don't fully understand it because you don't think I'm a woman. There's a reason that I stick to women, and there's a reason why all the women I date are out of the league of any man in comparison. Because
Oh, he thinks that they're real. Those fake women in his brain, he thinks they're real. Oh, honey, no. No.
Obviously, you're doing this for some kind of sexual gratification if you sleep with both genders, right?
Yeah, and you're obviously shaming women into doing it because that's the only people you can shame
Yeah,
because
you're
the
like-
men won't do it.
You're like, feel bad for me, I'm lonely, and then they have sex with you.
Yeah, and then they're completely scarred for life because they were shamed into having sex with someone they weren't even attracted to.
Well, because if you were getting a good amount of women, would you be complaining about the men?
No, you
Just
wouldn't.
curious.
You wouldn't. That's why this is a bullshit show.
They don't have this toxicity to them. Trans women are more than goddamn genitals. Ask us about our brain before you ask us about our body, you fucking twats. You straight up don't deserve us. And you think that we don't deserve you. Fuck you.
You just said they were attracted to your body, but then you followed the end by saying that if you don't like my body... That's like me getting mad because someone doesn't want me because I'm fat.
And then you getting mad about it.
And then me being like, people don't respect fat people.
Fat phobia.
No, it's totally like acceptable. I would be like, yeah, sorry. I should work on that. No, I really
Yeah,
should.
sorry.
But like,
Why would you apologize to somebody who wasn't attracted to you? Them.
not even like that. They're just like, sorry.
But you don't need to post a TikTok
more
about
like,
it, you
more like,
psychopath.
More like, sorry to bother you, bye. I wouldn't be sitting there like larking on it, you know what I mean? I wouldn't apologize.
You mean harping?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't sit there harping on it.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't matter that much. I'd apologize for inconveniencing them, if anything, and leave.
I'm mad that men won't want to date me. Fuck you. That's why I date women, because they're easily shamed and manipulated into having sex with me. I completely scar them for life, but that doesn't matter because they're better. Oh my
I would
God.
1,000% rather be the person who apologizes for wasting someone's time than whatever that is.
Whatever that is, doesn't get laid. He just thinks he's getting laid by the people in his head.
It's the online relationships. He convinces someone online that he's really a girl, but he's trapped in a boy's body.
So are they like sexting?
And then that's it. Yeah, that's where you get off there for that one.
Oh, so the girl's just going, yes. And then there's like 500 text messages from him.
Ooh la la.
Sexting, ooh la la, blah, 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 blah. Ooh, yeah,
Uh-huh.
ooh, baby, ooh, baby. And then she's like, yes.
Oui, oui.
Oh, baby, enter. And then she puts her phone down for like an hour and he's still going. That's the epitome of his female relationships.
Yeah.
Man explains how he left one sports club over being asked to change in the referee's changing room.
He could use the referee changing room. It wasn't really an issue because we were during COVID, so we weren't allowed to use changing room at all. But as soon as the government lifts some restriction and they saw the possibility of going back to normal, they wanted to have this conversation with me. And to be fairly honest, I just left the club and I moved to a different place. And I moved to a different club, starting from that conversation. I went to this new club and I told them, listen, I'm here because in the other club this thing happened. So if this thing here will not happen, I may decide to stay, to train with you and see if I like it. But for me, it was literally putting my foot down, make it clear that I was changing the club for that reason. So I demanded the new club to act accordingly, and I had to say that they did very well. It was a totally different environment.
Okay, bye.
I like to look at women. I find it sexually stimulating. They did not want me to do it, so I went to other club. And club said, okay, you could be voyeur and stare at women and get boner, and there will be no consequences for you. And I said, okay, I am woman anyway.
I wish all of them would just collect at one club and then we could have our clubs without them.
Yeah, what's wrong with having just a transgender section, transgender bathroom, transgender club?
I don't
Why do you
think
gotta
that's a
invade
problem.
women's spaces?
Well, so
You're
that's
not a woman, dude.
that's
Get
the
over
thing.
it. Get over it and accept yourself for who you are.
If you're going to a co-ed gym, right? Let's say they have a female changing section, a transgender changing section, and then a male changing section. Would you mind working out with those individuals as long as they changed in those changing rooms?
No, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Exactly. So the whole problem here
Is they
that-
want to take our shit and say, haha, fuck you, suck my dick, bigot.
Exactly. If it's a different gender, give them their separate bathrooms. There's family restrooms all over the place. Turn it into trans/family bathrooms.
They don't want that though, because these men actually hate women, and want what we have so they can feel like they're actually women because deep down they know that they're not.
I know. I get what you're saying. But the point of the matter is, if we just had one minor adjustment to most facilities, this wouldn't be a problem for 90% of people.
Right. And we've offered and they've turned it down
And that's
because
the
they
problem.
want to take women's
When reasonably, we could have just a third area for them.
Yeah, but they don't want it.
God forbid.
Ready? Here's another one. And we'll do this one.
Squared, your favorite. What the absolute fuck is up? It's Jack Squared, your favorite autistic and trans couple. Speaking of being trans, a bunch of y'all were like, well, hang on. If one of you was assigned female at birth and one of you was assigned male at birth, wouldn't that mean you're in a straight relationship? First of all, thank you for the trans validation. You're well on your way to actually respecting trans people. Put simply, being trans means
This is why people don't respect trans people because you got straight people parading
Pretending.
around and pretending to be trans
Because
when
you
they're
dyed your
not.
beard.
You dyed your beard and your girlfriend is
Holding a stuffed animal, yeah.
high on heroin, PCP,
We'll say shrooms for the kindness of life.
ecstasy. I don't know. I'm not sure. He's just high on narcissism.
you are transitioning away from what you were assigned at birth. Regardless of your designation and how far along you are in your transition, you are still trans. It is an umbrella term. Oh shit.
Hey, trans people, listen to the straights when they talk, okay? Because they're telling you how to be trans. Because they know what they're talking about because they're trans, just like you.
This is what happens when you start letting everyone into the party. Once everyone's allowed into the party, genuinely like letting Republicans into the Democratic Party. Just letting them in there, willy-nilly. Because they are invading a space that they don't belong in. They have no identifying factors. They don't agree with us. But they're here and trying
And
to
they're
parade.
queer.
Queer. And they're trying to parade all over everything that we have fought so hard for, everything that we had to suffer in our life for.
And when you weren't born, what I had to struggle and fight for.
Well, that's why I said we. I didn't say me. I said we.
No, I know. And before you were born, it was me.
Yes. And people before you.
Exactly.
And these people have nothing to do with any of that.
No.
They didn't have to suffer. No, but that's my point. They didn't have to suffer a single day in their life. You did. People before you did. Even I did. And it's not the same to dye your beard pink and say that you were going through some gender crisis.
That's how these people are.
I
They
know.
don't want to work and struggle for anything. They just want to ride the train that we built with our bare hands.
And that's my point. I'm not saying.
And then say that they built it too.
I'm not saying anyone. You know, this is worse. I'm just saying, like, they didn't go through anything.
No, I know. That's what we call stolen valor. This is inclusion.
This is
though.
nothing. This is
no,
nothing.
this is inclusion.
Like,
We
what-
have to include the straights too who think they're queer.
Literally just today, I was like, that's that who was homophobic, remember? Just
Oh,
today.
yes, yes, yes,
Just today. And so when I say,
Hi. Oh, hi. You're the one that said I was a kid. Hi. Yeah, I get it.
But like
Been
that-
there.
But that's my point. Is like I have the rest of my life to deal with every bullshit I dealt with before and going forward. And so do you.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
It sucks, but I'm not going to bitch about it because I'm not a pussy.
But it sucks.
I like it, but I ain't a
It sucks that these people are saying that they deal with this on the regular. It's like, well, you're being so transphobic for not identifying us as trans, even though we're a straight couple. But no one looks at you when you're walking down the street and goes, oh, that's a trans couple. You don't have
That's a gay couple.
you
No.
don't- you don't have that.
No, they just think they do.
Exactly.
In their head because they want other people to. Really deep down, they know that they're just a straight couple.
When
But they're
literally-
trying to gaslight and convince people that they are. And for a small minority of people, they'll be crazy enough to believe this horse shit. But the rest of the sane people will be like, oh, you sad straights. You have no personality or hobbies.
That's what I
Oh,
mean.
you have no talent. You have nothing to offer the world aside from your ugly ass. Oh.
No one ever looks at them funny when they walk in a store. No one ever looks at them
Well,
like
look
we
at them
were-
funny now.
No one ever looks at them like we were just looked at today, like, oh, hi, lesbians. Like, no.
Hi, lesbians. It's like, yeah.
Yeah,
I
like-
that.
like,
you
haha,
like
fuck
that,
you.
don't you? I say,
But that is so irritating.
no offense to gay men, by the way. No offense.
No, this is talking about a straight woman who failed me because I was gay. It wasn't anything else. So when they say that people are still homophobic, yes, but not like to you. Not to you. Not to you.
No. You want it. You want to be us.
You
and I'm
wish-
sorry, but you're not.
You wish someone would do that to
Learn
you.
a language.
And I wish that they would have left us alone.
Or a trade.
Betty, look, it's the trans umbrella. Over here, underneath the non-binary umbrella, which is underneath the trans umbrella, is where you'll find us, and probably a bunch of you too. The non-binary umbrella includes things like
Notice how under the transgender side of the umbrella, there's like
Trans woman, trans man.
and then there's about a million other things listed under the non-binary.
Genderqueer, gender fluid, demigender, demi-girl, demi-boy, neutral, agender, gender flux, aporagender, gray, it's like Jean Grey gender, I don't know. Big gender, androgen, pangender, polygender, intergender, trigender, omnigender, multigender, a partridge and a pear tree. It's all bullshit, by the way.
Continue.
But non-binary means
Anything.
gender non-conforming or agender or
Ran out of room. They ran out of room to list any more under that umbrella.
because there's only male and female. And when you guys use, no, I'm sorry, not you guys, when those crazy people use intersex, you're being an asshole to intersex people. Leave them the fuck alone.
Even
they
under-
want nothing to do with you people. And the people who are transgender, who say they're intersex or whatever, I call bullshit. Because usually they're men, and usually they're creepy men, like the dude on Jubilee. So I don't buy it. I believe with my whole heart that majority of intersex people, I'd say like 99.9999999% are not trans. They just want to be left the fuck alone, and they don't want these crazy people who say they're trans using them as an argument.
Yes, I agree. But would you notice that even under the transgender, if you were to eliminate non-binary, do they not still identify only two genders? The difference being surgical changes to change to the other appearance in gender? No? When they say, if you take this out,
Yeah.
is it not still just two genders?
Yes.
With surgery?
It's man, woman. Trans is just at the beginning.
Exactly.
And everything else is just a personality dysfunction
Exactly.
on the non-binary side.
Exactly. So
'Cause it's
even
bullshit.
even the logical transgender, well, transsexual is what you prefer to call them, right?
Yeah, because transgender is gender ideology, which comes from
But the logical transsexual people agree that there is man and woman, and then there is surgery to augment man and woman to compare them more to the opposite gender. And that is it.
voila.
There's no 40 plus genders, there's no 18 umbrellas, there's nothing like that. And just because you feel all fruity some days and want to get one day doesn't make you non-binary.
It makes you narcissistic. You think about yourself too much. And then you start thinking about other people. Maybe
Watch some of those Sarah McLachlan SPCA ads and like just cry and donate money to puppies.
Maybe-
It'd be a way better use of your time and energy.
volunteer at the SPCA, at a soup kitchen. Get out of yourself because you're not that interesting, obviously.
Stop making
and go
TikToks.
help other people. Stop thinking about yourself. You're no good to the world.
or two-spirit. So many people think transgender or the transgender umbrella just stops at trans woman and trans man. It is an encompassing term. This encompassing or umbrella term will include all of these other guys, which are just as valid as identifying as transgender as a trans man or trans woman. It is ableist and classist to expect.
I wonder if they really think that calling us names matters. Because I don't give it. You can call me whatever. I don't care. I know who I am. The only people who are affected by this are weak people that you control, who will eventually wake up and run the fuck away from you crazy people.
I love fighting the term ableist
Yeah.
because it is so redundant, okay? If you want to fight for the term ableist, then we need to stop selling shoes because there are people who can't walk and some people that don't have feet.
Oh shit, I forgot.
If we are going to be lacking ableism, then we need to stop having hairdressers because some people can't grow hair, they're bald or they're going through chemo.
Oh honey, you actually give them credit. They don't have that much of a brain.
If we were going to sit there
They don't think that
and
far.
not be ableist, we would no longer have traditional cars because some people cannot drive traditional cars. There's a million and one things that you can be ableist about. We make adaptions for people who don't have full functioning bodies, and that's great because we have the technology to.
Yeah.
But I don't find it ableist to do things that don't limit anyone's ability. What do they lose by not being able to call themselves trans? Pity points?
What do they lose? They lose the internal joy of feeling different.
Okay, what rights do they lose by not being able to call themselves trans?
Nothing. There's no rights that they don't have.
The only right that they lose is that he legally shouldn't go into the women's bathroom and she legally shouldn't go into the men's. But other than that, because I'm sure you've gone into a men's bathroom, I have.
Only once when I was at a club, I was young, and the women's bathroom was ridiculously long, and I had to pee. I brought my girlfriend in with me. She stood by the door, and I peed.
But like nothing happened. It wasn't illegal. It was fine. So
It
literally,
was also at a lesbian bar.
right. Literally speaking, there is nothing they lose from liberty and justice perspective. There is nothing they lose from not being able to identify as trans, or from us saying we don't view you as trans. There's nothing they lose.
I view you as ugly human beings, and you need to stop thinking about yourself and volunteer somewhere and help other people.
What do we lose by them saying that we're not lesbians? Our right to marry each other, our right to see each other in hospital situations. There's a million one
Our
things
right
we
to
lose.
even be comfortable being,
Yes.
like, holding hands in public.
So we lose everything we fought for. They lose a name tag.
Oh, we also lose our spaces. Lesbian
Communities, bars.
communities, all female rape centers. Like so many different things that we could lose by these people saying, hey, we're different.
And what do they lose? A TikTok page?
Which the only reason they're on our page is so we can make fun of them. So
But I think we have a valid point to be made here.
absolutely.
Yeah.
People to present the way you think that they should. So many people don't have access to basic health care.
Okay, so here's the thing. When they say, we don't look the way that other people think we should, this is the thing. Other people don't give a shit about you or what you do.
No, they care
or
enough
how-
that they told them that they're not trans. That's why they're making this video. I think it's funny.
No, they made the video so people can say that, because nobody said that, because no one gives a shit about them. That's the reason they made it, so people will push back.
I think it's funny that the point he's going into is that people can't get medicalized. All the girl has to do is have a dyke haircut, and they wouldn't say shit. Because they'd be like, oh, she must think that she's a man, even if she says she's non-binary. All she has to do is cut her hair, and they don't give a fuck. But because he's sitting there looking masculine, and she's sitting there looking feminine, they have every right to say, you're not trans. You're a woman with a woman's hairstyle and clothing, and you're a man with a man's hairstyle and clothing. Just because you chose the color pink does not make you anything special.
And it doesn't look like you have a very good living situation going on. What the hell's going on there, hoarders?
God only knows.
Healthcare,
They probably-
let alone gender
They probably live in one bedroom out of their parents' house.
I bet.
care, let alone gender affirming care. So no matter where you are or where we are on the spectrum, if you or we identify as trans, it's valid.
Get help. Get help.
If I'm a man, but I say I'm a lesbian, you have to touch my pee-pee. That's what I heard. What did you hear? Leave it in the comments below.
Like and subscribe and join our memberships for early access to our videos. And we'll talk to you too in the comments. Yeah, we'll reply.
We might do live soon. Sayonara.